sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
And he'll take it forward for that far up to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up the 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Gino now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. the interception. Mayfield throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating. When you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Pistol.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
You look at this Raiders defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They go play action. Mayfield. And down he goes. Brought down Raiders center. Matt Judon in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is?
Into space at the 45. He may go. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And now Mitchell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders 7, Browns nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Browns drive about to get started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I know from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Mayfield. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed on that route. He's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Throwing, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go.
Here's Smith. A quick throw, but incomplete. The Raiders at 4-3, a game over 500. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line. Check 58. 49, flip it off, 49.
From the gun, here's Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Again, Smith. It's caught. Mitchell. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Mayfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll work down inside the 45. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. with his tight end Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
15 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Raider first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try to run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Snowball. There we go, snowball.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. Smith. He'll try and do this himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Geno Smith, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Browns, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down let me finish.
Okay,
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Now
nothing on the scoreboard, that's not a good combination.
I think you just called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
That return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Out of the gun, Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he has a big gain inside of 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
We've heard those difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Bayshaw Tootin with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-scoring game now. The lead moves to 17. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After the interception, here's Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Smith now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. Only able to gain a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. 2nd catch for him today, and they'll wind up a 1st down.
Things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Baysher Jordan with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Raiders are able to add on to their 1st half lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Round 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
That's a gain of 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and 3. Mayfield down. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now Smith. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancombs were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Smith. Over the middle, he's got Thornton. Well, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They snap it to Smith. He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now he's going to step up and run. Now Mayfield lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 2nd and 2.
Pistol, pistol, pistol. Kings, Kings, Kings.
Looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. It certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, they'll run it here. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and goal, Cleveland.
Throwing, Mayfield. touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Raiders 31, Browns 13.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 43 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25.
13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
Every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd and 9 here. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The 43-yard line.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check 59, check 59, cover. Line. 49, flip it off, 49.
Gino down to throw. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Bowers, 56 yards. And the Raiders have got it on cruise control. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
It's the score. Raiders 45, Browns 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Browns first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Mayfield. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sand.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Regular.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
20. Hey, alert 33. Alert. Kings.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going deep for Bateman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
First down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
180.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position.
At their own 39-yard
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Gino. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And it's complete to Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. And now Mitchell with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Throwing now is Gino. Short throw caught by Bowers. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out. Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, he can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Back to throw, Smith. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Smith. And he rifles one incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He'll try and do this himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Geno Smith, 14 yards. And the Raiders continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, it was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
20.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Hey, alert 33. Pistol. Real. What's that?
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Mayfield now. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
They're over a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And some room to work. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
A 4-yard loss brings up 2nd and 14 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now, Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
At their own 7-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
13 yards on the play.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And now here is another interception. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in the last second? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Amari Barno.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Smith going to throw it. Oh, and then he is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL. It's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mason Graham able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 80, Browns 27.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Bronco leading. Set up. Cowboy 8, 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 tight, 19 tight.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Raiders,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.